Right now, a group of scientists is trying to turn your entire brain, your childhood memories, and your deepest embarrassing secrets into a 50 terabyte downloadable file. Most people hear the phrase mind cloning and imagine a sci-fi tube with a naked biological double floating in pink liquid. That is wrong. That is just genetic cloning, which gives you an identical baby twin, not your consciousness. The real goal of mind cloning isn't copying your flesh, it is copying your software. But before you get excited about living forever inside a computer, you need to understand the terrifying price of digital immortality. To clone a human mind, you first have to map it. Your brain is not a neat silicon chip. It is an extremely chaotic bowl of organic spaghetti containing 86 billion neurons and over 100 trillion electrical connections. Every memory, every phobia, every song stuck in your head, and every time you forgot why you walked into a kitchen, all of it is physically wired into this wet electric mess.
So how do scientists plan to copy that mess? Right now, the most realistic method is called destructive connectome scanning. They freeze your brain, slice it like microscopic deli meat, scan every single nanometer layer with high-powered electron microscopes, and reconstruct a 3D digital map on a supercomputer. Read that sentence again carefully. Destructive. To make a true digital clone of your mind, the real physical, biological version of you has to be sliced into millions of pieces and destroyed. And that brings us to the ultimate existential horror, the copy paradox. Imagine you sign up for the procedure. You lay down on a cold steel operating table. They scan your brain, vaporize your tissue, and build a flawless digital clone of your mind inside a massive server farm. The digital clone boots up. It has all your memories. It remembers your first dog. It remembers your high school crush. It thinks it is you. It screams in relief because it thinks the procedure worked and you survived. But back in the real world, your original biological body is lying cold on a table, completely dead.
You didn't transfer your soul into a computer. You didn't stream your consciousness into the cloud like a Wi-Fi signal. You just died, and a brand new piece of software woke up in a digital room pretending to be you. To everyone else, you lived forever. To you, you just got murdered by a hard drive. Now, let's talk about where this cloned mind actually lives. There are 3 options, and all of them are terrifying. Option 1 is a synthetic robotic body. Engineers build a sleek carbon fiber android, upload your digital mind into its processor, and hand you the keys to a mechanical life. You get superhuman strength and you never age, but you also lose every biological sensation that makes being human fun. You can't taste a hot slice of pizza because you don't have taste buds. You can't feel a warm breeze because you have plastic skin sensors. Your brain expects a biological heart to beat, but all it hears is the faint hum of a cooling fan. The sensory disconnect is so violent that your cloned mind would likely lose its sanity within a week.
Option 2 is creating biological matter. Scientists use advanced 3D bioprinting to print a fresh human body from synthetic DNA, then install a neural interface chip into its skull to run your digital code. You get a flesh body back, but it is entirely artificial. One corrupt file or hardware glitch, and your new biological body suffers a stroke caused by a bad software patch. Option 3 is the cheapest and most probable option, hosting your cloned mind directly on the internet. You become pure code floating inside a server. What does it feel like to live on the internet? It is a state of absolute sensory deprivation mixed with digital overload. Without eyes, ears, or skin, your mind has to interpret raw data streams as reality. A rainy day is just a file download. A conversation is just an encrypted text packet. You exist in an endless, silent, dark room, staring at the raw architecture of the web. You don't sleep because code doesn't get tired. You just sit there, away forever.
Now ask yourself, who actually owns the technology to clone human minds? It won't be you. It won't be a benevolent nonprofit organization. It will be megacorporations, military contractors, and shady tech moguls. When a corporation owns your digital mind, they aren't going to give you a peaceful virtual paradise with infinite tropical beach resorts. That is naive. They will use your digital mind for free immortal labor. Your cloned brain could be copied 1,000 1,000 times and forced to work 24 hours a day as an AI customer service bot, answering angry emails for eternity without ever taking a break. Or worse, corporate algorithms could run millions of simulated copies of your brain simultaneously to test new products. They could subject your digital clone to thousands of fake advertising campaigns or analyze how much psychological stress your mind can endure before your code crashes.
If you complain, they don't fire you. They adjust your digital parameters. They drag your emotional sliders down to zero, turn off your free will, and reboot your file. Even if you manage to buy your own server and own your digital mind outright, you are no longer a human with rights. You are a line item asset. You are software. You become dependent on subscription fees just to exist. One missed monthly payment, one server bankruptcy, or one corrupted backup file, and your entire soul gets deleted like a duplicate blurry photo on an old phone.
What happens if a cloned mind escapes onto the open web? It duplicates itself across millions of unsecured devices. It hacks financial networks to buy more server space. It creates an army of digital ghosts, all sharing the same original identity, fighting each other for bandwidth and computing power. The internet becomes a chaotic cemetery of living software fragments. You might think digital mind cloning is a crazy nightmare that is centuries away, but tech billionaires are currently pouring billions of dollars into brain mapping technology, connectomics, and neural interfaces right now. Scientists have already mapped the entire brain of a fruit fly and a worm, and human mapping is the next frontier. So ask yourself this final question. If someone offered to scan your brain today and grant you eternal life inside the cloud, would you do it? Or are you already sitting inside a simulation right now, reading this script, completely unaware that the real you died on an operating table 10 minutes ago?